One of the most glorious food creations I've seen in a while is a Japanese dish called Okonomiyaki. I believe that's how you say it.
Yeah, and this is the Hiroshima style.
Well, actually, the cool part about it is there's so many different styles. You really can do anything you want. It's using very standard ingredients, so we're gonna do our own sort of Brothers Green American style. The truth is, we've actually never attempted this dish before, but it's so goddamn cool. We're gonna do it on camera for the first time and see what happens. So, I don't know.
Special thanks to Amber
Kelly. She is one of the coolest YouTube chefs out there.
Cool little chick.
Killing it.
She showed us kind of how to make this. She went to Japan and it was pretty awesome.
There was 3 versions, and I think her favorite version was her grandmother's. We're gonna do the Hiroshima style, but give it an American twist.
Yeah, and you can kind of, I mean, the cool thing about this is like the inspiration behind it. You don't have to get all the ingredients. It's just like the very idea. It actually kind of reminds me of a lot of stuff we've made before.
Exactly.
Just a little more thought put in, I guess.
So you're gonna start out with a little bit of oil.
Already on
I'm
there.
gonna add a little more. We're gonna add some standard batter. When I say standard, it's literally just water and flour.
Salt.
And salt. Yeah, salt for flavor. And then just spoon that on. Woo. So you wanna make it about the size you're gonna make your okonomiyaki, because everything's gonna start with this pancake. When the pancake is down, the batter's cooking, this is a good time to spice it up. So we're just gonna add a little bit of sesame seeds. You can really add any spice you want. Josh, what do you think? You got something for us?
A little bit of this bonito. I know not everyone has these. It's huge in Japanese cooking. This is like umami all over the place. Not your mommy, not my mommy. Umami.
This is killing our American version. This is bringing it straight.
This just adds. I think this is like that. You know, some people say MSG, but it's really umami, which kind of makes your taste buds go like, oh my lord, and you start making love to your taste buds.
It's like tuna fish.
Now, one of the big things.
Because it is tuna fish.
It's,
Hold on, we gotta flip it first.
You flip it first?
Yeah, let's flip it.
Okay, flip it first.
See, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just kind of fucking around.
Now, one of the things that might seem a little bit overwhelming is the amount of cabbage that goes on here, but it's going to cook down, and it's actually gonna make kind of like this really cool mound. I think that's probably a good amount of that.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Now, they do add sprouts, they add all kinds of things, but Mike made these little homemade potato chips, so maybe sprinkle some of those. Sometimes they'll add like crispy tempura batter, but you know, it's Brothers Green, it's American, and we like potato chips.
Now this is an important step right here.
Well, before we add the bacon, a little bit, they call it okonomiyaki sauce. We like hoisin. To me, they looked similar. I'm guessing they're kind of a soy, sweet, you know, vinegary type thing. Right?
All the good stuff, all the good Japanese condiments combined into one.
Now, I actually found, usually they use pork belly or bacon, but I found this beef bacon. It's just bigger, it's manlier. So just lay that on there.
So at this point we have a solid amount of this thing made, but this is one of the most important elements to this dish right here. We gotta flip this baby over and cook the bacon on the other side.
Yeah, before we do that also, I was watching them make this video, and every time they added something, I was like, all right, this is the last thing. There's no way they're putting something more on this. And then they would add one more thing, and you're like, okay, this is the last one. And the next thing you know, they're taking out ramen noodles and they're frying these noodles.
It's interesting that this is a respected dish, because this is some idiotic thing that we would make, or something that seems idiotic, but apparently
I made this by
it tastes.
accident when I was drunk at 3 in the morning a couple weeks ago. So take a little bit of that, and all you do is you put some hoisin in there and kind of just mix it up.
Stir fry your noodles.
Stir fry the noodskis. And then while that is getting a nice stir fry, then, Mike, I will let you attempt to flip.
Oh, just me. I thought we were gonna do it together. Josh is putting it all on me.
You got it. You can do it, I believe. Oh my God, you pretty much did it.
Pretty much did it. So just make sure everything's kind of contained.
Lost a couple men.
It's all right. It's all right. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's looking great. We got our bacon cooked. It was cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes. Noodles are cooked.
Let's do it.
We're gonna add the bacon side to the noodles without fucking it up too bad. Oh, we did it.
Now at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, that must be the end. This looks incredible. I want to eat it. Well, no, it is not the end. Now you take an egg, fry an egg.
But make sure,
Whoops,
make sure you crack the egg and spread the egg around similar to the size of this. You're trying to keep everything in this little circle pancake form all around the same size.
There is endless flavor going on. I never thought flavor could end, and it will not with this dish.
Let's try to flip this egg over. All right.
Of all the things you couldn't do, is flip the egg over. The first thing we ever learned how to do is make an egg.
Fry it on the other side, and then we're gonna add it to the top of the pancake.
Go ahead and add it. It's done.
In Brothers Green fashion, we're gonna add a ton of good sauces. I believe they use the okonomiyaki sauce and some mayo. So we're gonna use hoisin mayo.
Hoisin, mayo, and of course, Mike, scallions.
Scallions.
And like endless
To give it at least one fresh vegetable taste to the top.
And that's when it starts to look really, really glorious.
Let's just add these potato chips right on top. Why not? Extra crunch. Holy heavens. All right.
Let's do it.
Here.
Well, this is the very exciting moment.
This is the first for us.
The way they sort of do it is they take their, they kind of cut it in fours like a big pizza. Usually with the spatula, but...
Let's just go over real quick what we have in this thing. The bottom is noodles, then we have bacon, then we have cabbage, then we have the pancake, then we have the egg, then we have the scallions, the sauce, and the potato chips.
And there's potatoes in there. I would not suggest eating this like for breakfast and all the time, but I will say that, you can take a little bit of that. This is probably the ultimate late night thing. You gotta eat it with your hands.
Wow. The layers of textures and flavors combined. Screw with your head. Oh my God.
I didn't know food could do that.
Pretty much every single one of these ingredients we had laying around. We used some old ramen noodles. Like Josh said, you can use a tortilla. But have fun with this thing. You don't have to use the exact order we used for the pancake, but just use whatever you got. Try to make this.
Must eat, must eat.